I came out of treatment, I was significantly depressed, and I went on some antidepressants to help me, get through some of the thoughts that I had that were interfering with my emotional healing. And as a guy, I found that vulnerability and dealing with that very difficult. And my parents' generation, not my own generation, but my parents' generation, thought that the idea of going and seeing a psychiatrist, for instance, was something that was kind of verboten. You didn't do that. That was admitting that you were unable to cope or unable to function in your daily life. I found it very difficult to express myself and to articulate to the people around me what I was going through. So it was important for me, anyway, to talk to some outside person who was remote from my immediate family and remote from my doctors, who were getting the brunt of the negative part of my dealing with this, that helped me work through these issues. And I don't think that without that professional assistance that I would have had as rapid a return to a normal perspective on life as I had. All the lymph nodes on the right side of my neck plus the fatty tissues were removed. It's a very sophisticated system, and when you just take a chunk of it out at one time, all the fluids that are associated with that system that normally would come to that area still come. And as a result of that, you develop edema in that area, a collection of fluids in the area where those tissues were. The manifestation of this is several things. One is that you have swelling in the area, and you can have lack of range of motion as a result of that as well. And it can look pretty strange for me, which was kind of funny looking because I had a huge deficit on the other side. And when I looked at myself in the mirror, my head went like this, and then my neck went, and it's like somebody hit me in the side of the neck with a pipe. Your body, over a period of time, does develop new pathways for this to leave. And I saw a European massage person, separate from my doctors, that I found. In Europe, lymph massage as a treatment for cancer patients is pretty commonplace, more than here in the United States. And I sought this woman out, and I went to her a couple times a week, and she would massage my neck down towards my chest. And over a period of about 9 months to 10 months, the swelling started to go down, and the body found new pathways for these fluids to leave. As a young guy, I did time in Vietnam, and I was scared all the time. But I was able to choke it down and get through every day. I find it, now as an older person, that this is harder for me to do. I'm becoming my grandmother, who was a woman who worried about every little thing that was going to happen. I can't go outside because the dog next door is going to bite me and all this kind of thing. And to a certain extent, the guy that I knew 30 years ago in Vietnam has now become this little old lady who's somewhat afraid of things that happen. And I think that you start then to realize the impact that a disease like this has on you, that it's a completely personality-changing event. And, so every day, you do your normal things, but it's not like at night you don't lay there and go, God, that toothache, why am I having a toothache? I can't have an earache now without thinking, it's the cancer coming back. I mean, I have great days, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm living my life now, but it's still there. My name is Brian Hill. I'm 55 years old, and I'm an oral cancer survivor.